Hello, hello, and welcome to the show. I'm so happy you're here. You're listening to Positive Mindset for Entrepreneurs. This is the show where you discover how to grow your business faster by leveraging the power of mindset. I am your host, Dana Wild, and I would love to have you in the Train Your Brain sandbox. You can get your mantra of the day and get your jolt of happy at danawild.com/mantra. And also, there's a bunch of free stuff in the description. So check out those links. Thank you, by the way. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the positive comments that have been coming in on the videos. And, you're liking and you're subscribing and you're sharing the videos and everything. I don't always get an opportunity to comment back when you comment, but just know I make time. I read everyone, and your support really means the world to me. Thank you for that. So today you will discover how to get more confident in 5 minutes or less. Yes, I love 5 minutes or less. Don't we just love to do things the fun, fast, easy way? So I'm going to build up. I've got some things to tell you about confidence because there's so much information out there and most of it's very, very good. So this is not to dispute anything else that's out there because I know the first thing you're going to expect me to say, tell me if this is true in the comments. You're expecting me to say, if you're going to get confident in 5 minutes or less, do the power pose, right? And we know that power pose. We've seen it. It's great. It works. It's awesome. For those of you that have never done it, try it right now and you will see. Put your hands on your hips, look to the air, imagine a cape out back, and imagine yourself just getting ready to take off and fly. Most of the time, people forget to tell you that you should also smile because that affects the brain positively and you associate confidence and power with happiness. So it's great. That's an effective method and it certainly works in 5 minutes or less. And if you want, you can say, okay, I'm done watching now. I got my tip and I'm all good. And it's a great tip, but it's not the one I want to give you today because there are a few things I want to tell you that are really important about confidence. So the first thing about confidence, and these are going to seem really obvious after I say them, but you're going to see why they're important to remember. The first thing is it's an inside job. Nobody is going to give you confidence. Nobody's going to hand you something or say something to you that's going to make you instantly go like, okay, now I'm a confident person, right? It's got to come from inside of you. It's the play that you'll be doing. And hopefully, you'll be coming to this channel often and we'll be, continuing to talk about this type of a thing. And you'll realize it's easier than you think when you're training your brain. Most of feeling confident is really allowing yourself to tell the story. I'm feeling more confident. I'm feeling more confident. I'm starting to feel more confident. I'm feeling more confident. I'm starting to feel more confident. I like feeling confident. I'm noticing I'm starting to feel confident. Just by allowing yourself to start thinking differently, you're going to start to notice a shift in your body and your brain, especially that reticular activating system, right? The little matchmaker that lives in your head is going to start showing you the evidence that it's working. I had a thought the other day because I do love the idea of the reticular activating system as a matchmaker, like it matches the outside world to the inside world. And I thought, we've got so much evidence of how that works now with the internet. It's almost like your reticular activating system is your own personal algorithm, right? If you go out and you search puppy videos, pretty soon in your feed, all you're seeing is puppy videos, right? It works the same way. When you are thinking thoughts that support the you want to be, the future you want to be, the results you want to be, your reticular activating system is like your own personal algorithm that will start showing you evidence that it's working, that your messaging, your searching, your input is working. So start doing that dialogue. Start doing that dialogue that's saying like, I'm getting better at this. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to notice that I'm more confident. And even if you don't do that dialogue, just by default, you will get more confident over time. This is the way of the world. This is the way of growing. You're here because you're into personal development. You're a learner. You are going to develop and you're going to grow and you're going to have experiences and you're going to have success with those experiences. And just by default, you will eventually get more confident as time goes on. It's a guarantee that will happen for you. So what we're doing here, the exercises I want to talk about here, one in particular that I'm going to get to here in a minute, is just a way to speed up that process, to speed up the feeling of confidence. And here we're talking about mainly confidence for business, for growing your business, because obviously this is a channel for entrepreneurs. But you're going to see that this really can apply to any area of your life where you want to feel more confident. Now, most of the time when you go into other channels or other sandboxes, people are going to tell you to do things that feel to me like you're forcing yourself to do something. So it might be things like just be brave for 20 seconds. Go out and force yourself to be brave for 20 seconds and then you'll feel better. Or take on an alter ego. Pretend to be somebody else. And if you pretend to be somebody else, you'll feel more confident. And it's not like those methods don't work. They do work. And I've used those methods at different times. The difference here is I don't want you to pretend to be confident. I don't want you to like do the action and hope that you start to feel confident by doing the action. I want you to actually feel it. Feel really confident from the inside out, really feel confident. And so now I want to give you a method that works. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. Remember, I promised in 5 minutes or less. And so you're going to see what I mean by that in just a minute. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to take a little time, sit down, get a big piece of paper, and write down all the reasons why you are qualified to, and I'm just going to fill in the blank here, deliver the service that you've got to deliver, or offer the product, or serve your clients. Why are you the one that's qualified to help people? Why are you the one that's qualified to help people? Because most of us, we spend our days going, well, that person's more qualified, that person's more qualified, that person's more qualified, that person, well, who am I? And we forget who we are. And so I want you to answer this in a variety of different ways. Most of the time, the first thing that people do when they start this list is they start with their education. Well, I've got a certification in this, or I've graduated with a master's in this, or I've taken these 6 courses where I've learned how to do these healing modalities, right? So they start with the kind of on paper education, what makes them qualified. Then and that's good, because those are all legitimate, really good reasons why you are qualified. And sometimes you don't have those uh, certifications, but you've got education. Nearly everybody who's listening to my voice right now can probably say, well, I'm a lifelong learner and I've read so many books on my topic, or I've studied on my topic, or I consume this voraciously, this information. So you have a lot of education, whether it's formal or not. Then let's get into the life experience education. Start listing all of the reasons why you are qualified to help people or to do what you do based on your life experience. Maybe you have used your method and it's worked for you. Maybe you've helped some people and have some success stories in your sandbox that you can share, like this method works. Maybe you have life experience that's proven to you that you're resilient, that you overcome, that you move forward. Maybe you have life experience that shows that you're compassionate, and that'll move us right into the next category. What are your personality traits? What are your character traits that make you qualified? Well, I care about my customers. I'm passionate about what I do. I love my business. I'm excited to help people. Always want to find the right answer. And you might even say things like, I'm qualified because I'm organized, right? Or whatever those character traits are, whatever those strengths are that you have, put down all those reasons. And I'm going to give you some reasons every single person who's listening to this can say right now. I'm qualified because I'm a brain trainer, because I understand the power of mindset. I'm qualified because I like to learn, because I'm continually watching videos and watching other things. So pretty soon, now you can do this exercise and you can set yourself a little quote unquote goal of doing 10 things, making a list of 10. And after you've got your first 10 done, I would like to encourage you to do another 10. So you have a minimum of 20 legitimate reasons why you are the one that's qualified. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can get to 20. Some people are going to think that, but I'm going to tell you something. You are so overqualified to do what you do. Even if you started your business yesterday, your path has taken you to where you are now. Why are you interested in this topic? What has brought you here? What life experience? What educational experience? What path has brought you to where you are? After you have your list made, you take that list and you put it up somewhere where you're going to see it all the time, or a few places, computers, walls, refrigerator, anywhere, and look at it often and keep adding to it and keep reminding yourself, looking at that and saying, yeah, I mean, this is true. This is real. I have done all these things. This is really who I am. I'm not putting on here something false like, I'm punctual or I'm organized. If I'm not, I'm putting only things on the list that are actually true reasons why you're qualified to deliver the service that you deliver, why you're qualified to deliver a result for your clients. And what happens is, first of all, just by looking at it often, you start to assimilate it, you start to remember, you start to really feel it on the inside. The reason this video is called 5 minutes or less is because even if you forget all day, every day, when it comes time, when you're about to be interviewed on a podcast, let's say, or you're about to speak, or you're about to deliver a service on a Zoom session, or go into a live stream, or whatever it is that you're going to do where you want to show up as your full, authentic, qualified, confident self, look at that list and remind yourself of who you are. Because the reason most of us don't feel qualified is not because we're not qualified. The reason most of us don't feel confident is because we forget. We forget who we are because we become normal to ourselves. We just, walk around, bang around every day, make mistakes, do stupid stuff every single day. And then it comes time where we're supposed to do the thing, be the expert, share the advice, deliver the service or do whatever. And we're like, oh, well, that can't be me because I just did that stupid thing 20 minutes ago. How can that be me? So we forget. We forget that we have a whole lifetime of experience and education, and we were born into character traits, and we developed character traits, and we have things that just come easily to us and naturally to us. We have testimonials from our clients. We've already delivered the service to how many other people. We have achievements. We have all of this stuff behind us that if we look at it on paper, we go like, wow, I guess I am. I guess I did do that. This is true. And what happens is you don't have to pretend. You don't have to take on an alter ego. You don't have to force yourself to do something else. What happens is you get inspired by your own life. You get inspired by who you are. You remember who you are. You remember that you are this person and you own it and you feel it, and your brain knows it's true. It reads that list. It knows you lived that. It knows that you did that. And now it's less than 5 minutes of instant confidence. The second you sit down to do any single thing that is where you're delivering something as the expert or as the person who's delivering your service, you look at that list and you know it's true and it feels real. And it's easy to feel confident in 60 seconds or less when you know that you are now not pretending to be somebody else. You're actually being yourself. You're being the real you who actually has all these achievements, has done all this, has all this experience, has these real character traits. So it's very, very easy to feel confident when you're under those circumstances. So I want to reiterate one other thing that I briefly touched on earlier, but I want to remind you of it now. If you take the time to make this list, and it won't take you probably even more than, 5-10 minutes to write the list, and then way less than that to feel confident after you see the list. But if you take the time to do that, and then you partner it with a little message in the back of your mind, that reminds you that you're starting to feel more confident. You don't have to walk around going, "I'm the greatest and I'm so confident," right? Nobody likes that image. Nobody wants to be that person. But if you can start that little message in the back of your brain, and even just for a few days, start saying, "I'm starting to feel more confident. I'm starting to feel more confident. I'm starting to get this. I'm starting to feel more confident. I am getting inspired by my life. I am noticing that I've got some experience. I'm starting to really feel it from the inside out. It feels so good to feel confident. I love feeling confident. I love this feeling that I'm generating. I'm noticing the more I say these sentences, the more I'm actually generating the feeling. And it feels so good to feel confident. And I'm noticing I'm aging into this and I'm relaxing more and I'm knowing myself better. And I see myself for who I am and I feel better and better about who I am. And I love being confident and I love feeling better and I love feeling more confident on a day-to-day basis, and it feels so good to make it easy, and I love that it can be fun, light, and easy, and I love that I don't have to be bragging or saying like, "Oh, I'm the best that's ever done this." I can just feel quietly confident about who I am and the path that I've been on, and I can see that that path is legitimate. I have overcome things and I have learned things and I do have certain natural gifts and I do have character traits that are important to what I'm doing now. And I love that I can recognize that. And I love that I can feel better and better and better about who I am and what I have to offer. And I'm starting to notice I'm feeling more confident and I am feeling more confident. And it feels so good to feel more confident. And I love feeling more confident. It's so fun to feel more confident. And it feels so good to feel more confident. And I love where I'm going with this. And I love my business. And I love what I'm doing with my life. And I love this path I'm on. And I love the journey that I'm taking. And it feels so good to be growing. And I can see the growth in myself. And I love my life. Yeah, that's it. And without a doubt, you've totally got this.